There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Das nicht sehen und ich denk mir so schön, einmal bummeln zu gehen, zu zweit. Na wie wär's, schöne Frau, ach ich schwör, schöne Frau, bring ich sie heute Nacht nach Haus, ja dann gehen Sie nie alleine raus.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to Scott's Old Curiosity Shop. I'm here with another kitchen counter thrift haul 2 days before Thanksgiving, so I'm happy that you joined me. Now, some of these things you actually saw me thrift in some previous videos, and a few things you haven't seen before. So let's take a look. I fooled you. You guys thought that I didn't pick up these beautiful English Transferware plates, but I did. And I'm actually selling these two as a set. These are currently listed in the shop, and this one separately, that's also listed. I think they date to maybe the 1920s and 30s here. This one pretty certainly at least after 1932, because we have a date of 1932 on the back. I'll let you see that. It says England, Leeds, and then some dates, and then first reproduced by Masons, I get Masons, and that's either 1922 or 1932. I think it's 1932. I didn't really find out too much information about that, but it's just the beauty of these decorative plates, which is why I bought them. And I hope you can see that it's gilded there. I don't know how well that's showing up. Just really pretty for English Transferware, which sometimes isn't all that interesting, but these are beautiful. And they would certainly look great mounted on the wall or in a nice china closet. So that's being sold all by itself, and then these two are listed as a pair. And they have their information on the back. Again, you can always see better pictures if you go to the eBay shop. Something Castle on there. I'm not sure that I can remember exactly which castle that is at the moment. But beautiful plates. I sold my collection of Royal Copley birds. This was a duplicate, and one that I pulled out separately because he has a lot of crazing and some staining at the bottom, which doesn't really affect him that much, I don't think. You can see there. He's turned a little brown, as you can see. He is unmarked Royal Copley. I know he's Royal Copley because the other one actually still had its Royal Copley sticker on it. And is he just a generic bluebird, I guess? But there are no chips or cracks or damage on him, and I guess he's a 1940s or 50s piece. Alright, I'm not going to do the anchor hocking vases anymore, but here they are. The three in the back are all being sold in one lot. 1, 2, 3. They're all in different shapes. They stand about 7 inches tall, and they're from the late 40s all through the 50s. And then I'm selling these 4 little bud vases here in the front. There's a lot you could do with all 4 of these. Okay, so those are listed. I had a set of this, a big dessert set that I sold last Christmas, and I just came across one lone cup and saucer, which I'll just keep for myself. I don't really have Christmas-themed dishes, but since this is all by itself, it's a made-in-Japan piece, probably right after the war, in the 1950s, maybe early 60s. Lusterware, and I'm just going to keep a hold of that. These little elves down here are up for sale, and they're listed. These are made in Sri Lanka, I think. And no, these are made in Japan. What do I have that's made in Sri Lanka? Oh, there's something around here that's made in Sri Lanka, but these say Japan. And they're not salt and pepper shakers. There are no holes in their lids. They're just little ceramic figurines of elves. I've had these since last year. I am not sure why I didn't sell them last year. I don't remember, but they're mid-century modern. 1960s, you can see, candles, and I'm calling them Christmas candles because they're red with little sparklies. Now these burn using oil. I'll let you have a close-up of them. I love the design on these, very mid-century. And let's see if we can get you to have a better look. Yeah, they're not marked. But these come right out. And what really needs to happen is, there was some old gummy, what is it, that florist paste or wax or whatever, that was actually holding these in tightly. Right now, as you can see, they're jiggly. So I'll let the new owner decide how they want to get these to be tightened up inside of there. But the way it works up top here is the top comes off, and there's a wick. You would fill this with some type of a burning oil. I don't know what people use I guess in like kerosene lamps or that kind of thing. And you'd light it, and there you go. So no wax needed. And there is no damage on either one of these. I don't think those are listed. In fact, they're not. I've got to get pictures taken of this and get this listed. I'm trying to let you know what's listed and what's not. The big poinsettia tree is listed. That's the Atlantic mold tree that I showed you a couple days ago. And I think the shipping calculator is now working on this. So you'll be able to see. It's going to weigh about 17 pounds, and I think it ships in a 20 by 20 by 24 box. So the shipping is expensive, but there's not a whole lot that can be done. There is a base on the bottom, which you can't see. It's connected to it, and there's no damage on this, except that tiny little chip at the top. You see that? Now that one, yeah, go ahead and cover that with some nail polish or something. Just beautiful 1980s colors, I think. I was remarking on that the other day. And it is... Oh my word. Okay, folks. I didn't even know this thing existed until today. Let's vote. Is it hideous, or are you pink with envy? It's an Atlantic mold ceramic poinsettia Christmas tree. And from what I understand, rather rare. Now, of course, since it's a homemade ceramic, people can do whatever kind of color scheme they want. I'm told that pink is in this year for Christmas. I don't know. But beautiful pastel colors, I suppose, in a sense. Pink here, and some pearlescent luster on the ball decorations. But you don't put any jewels in it. It lights up. You could put a colored light bulb in it, and it just, you know, the light comes through the little holes here. And it is Atlantic mold, and it's connected to its base. And I'll get it inside and get it all plugged in so you can have a better look. I couldn't believe it. I never knew it existed. I don't know. To each his own, I guess, is what they say, right? I mean, this is going to be up somebody's alley. Now, don't worry, it's not going to fall off my car. I know you're all holding your breath. By the way, I looked it over very carefully. There is not a crack in it anywhere. And the only chip is right at the very, very top. Now, big deal. Put some nail polish on it, right? Be done with it. That's the only thing right there. Anyway, let me get it in the car before I get attacked in this parking lot. And it is signed Atlantic Mold. Made by the Westmoreland Glass Company. Here are two Jack in the Pulpit vases, which may be from the 60s. I'm basing that on their color, but I could be wrong about that. They might be older. Those are currently in the eBay shop, as well as the 1960s Revolving Christmas tree, which plays Jingle Bells. And I've already played that for you in another video, so we won't wind him up just right now. I don't know who made this, and I don't have it listed because I'm still trying to do some research. It's a beautiful glass bowl with leaves, and it stands on 3 feet, as you can see. And there's no damage on it. And I'm guessing it dates somewhere from the 1940s into the 60s, but I really don't know. So, does anybody know what this is? Or who made it? Is it a piece of pattern glass? Maybe it's older even, 20s or 30s. I'm puzzled by it, so I just don't know. I'll do a little more research on that. These little candle holders are in the shop, and I have the original box around here someplace. Very, very 1950s, 60s little Christmas candles. This is just rolled foil that's attached to tin bottoms, as you can see. Really cute and just very space age, I guess. Sticking with the holidays, we're going to go to the somewhere from 1925 to 1935. This is made in Japan. It says a set of 12 Christmas bells for decorating trees and packages. The box is wonderful, just wonderful, all the way around. And again, based on the graphics on the box and the typography, this has a very late 20s into the early 30s feel. And there they are. 2 of them are missing, which I suppose you could try to replace them. And they are marked Japan on the inside. Let me try to get one out of there. I'll let you see them. Hold the camera still. So they say Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and that one says, well, they all say Merry Christmas, but they have different graphics on them. And they do actually have a very lovely tinkle. So hold on and we'll tinkle for you. Come on. Okay, isn't that lovely? So, and they say Japan on the inside. So, cute. Alright, we'll fuss with that later. Let's see, is that listed yet? No, it's not, but hopefully it will be by the end of the day. This little guy is also for sale. He's probably Japan. And he looks like he has visions of sugar plums dancing in his head. He should be in bed asleep, not sleepwalking. Never seen him before, so I like that little figurine there from the 60s, I guess. I have decided for right now to keep this old cookie cutter in the shape of a Christmas tree. I'm not very good at dating these things, but I would have to say that this is pretty old. And I'm going to clean it all up with an SOS pad and actually make cookies out of it. I'm also keeping this, and I'm going to use it as a spoon rest. It's made in Japan. It has a Majolica look to it. And it's just also a 1920s, 1930s piece. And it's perfect for putting a teaspoon in after I've stirred the coffee. That I'll probably keep too. I like it. I just bought it a couple of days ago for $3 at a flea market. And it's unmarked, but it has that typical look of Hull pottery, perhaps 1930s, 40s. And you can see there's nothing on the bottom, so I'm not sure which company made it. I'm not feeling Roseville, but we can guess that it could be one of the McCoy, Hall. It's hard for me to try to remember all the names of the potteries, but then there were so many other companies that just that didn't mark their things, and but I'm going to keep that for the springtime. And then over here, and pardon me because I cannot remember whether your name is Trish or Trisha, but those of you who've been watching me for a while remember that last summer I was thrifting, and a viewer said, "Oh my goodness, go back, please. That's my grandparents' china, which is out of the family now, and I'm trying to put it back together again." I was able to go back and get some berry bowls and send to the subscriber, who, again, it's either Trish or Trisha, I apologize. But if you're watching, I have 2 more pieces for you in the Mildred pattern, and these are from the 1920s. So here's the Mildred gravy boat. And these are unmarked except for USA, and this is made by St. Clemens. And then over here is a wonderful 2-handled covered vegetable serving bowl. Okay? Or that green bean casserole I was just screaming about the other day. And this is in fantastic condition. There's no damage on this big casserole at all. Just a little bit of light crazing on the glaze. And the gravy bowl has a tiny little, right there, if you can see it. I'm not doing well with my focusing today, but anyway, it's just a little bit larger than a pinhead, but it's a little chip on the inside rim on the gravy boat. So these are not for sale. I'm going to, Trish, if you're watching, let me know if you'd like these 2, and then if not, I'll track her down via email and send her a message and see if she's interested. Okay, so this is some, recent finds and some finds I've had for a while. Most of it's listed in the shop. A few things aren't, but I'm going to get working on that later on today. This is Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.